They determined that the ostriches, as opposed to being farm animals, were wild animals.
I don't know how much my partner actually paid.
In which he leased some property in the Topanga area for the use as an ostrich farm.
That's completely unreasonable.
If you want to fight, I can get you boxing gloves, but we're not here for that. My first case ever with worms.
Come here, Sophie. Get him, Rusty.
Can I say something?
No. If she hadn't had an oral agreement, how do you do? I know you've both been sworn. I have read your complaint, sir. You're suing for attorney fees?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
And this is an appeal from a small claims court action?
Yes, it is.
So basically, this is a trial de novo?
Exactly.
All right. Did you have a written agreement with the defendant, sir?
Yes, I did, Your Honor. I have a package of documents that I'd like to present to the court in a group.
All right.
Basically, the case involved, do you want me to tell you what the case involved, Your Honor? The case involved a situation where Mr. Osborne had a lease with a third party in which he leased some property in the Topanga area for the use as an ostrich farm. And the lease provided that the land could not be used for any other purpose than an ostrich farm. Then that was signed in January of 1994. In March of 1994, the Los Angeles County Department of Planning examined the farm, and they determined that the ostriches, as opposed to being farm animals, were wild animals, and so therefore there had to be a larger area than what he was using of the leased property. So he tried to negotiate with them, and finally he had to terminate the lease in April of 1994 and move his ostriches to some other location. The plaintiff in that case then sued him for breach of the lease based upon the fact that they had not made any warranty as to the zoning or suitability of the property for use as an ostrich farm, even though it was specified in the lease that it could only be used as an ostrich farm. So they filed a lawsuit, and I filed an answer on behalf of Mr. Osborne and his partner and a corporation.
Was it tried?
Finally, it did go to trial on January 10th through 12th, 1996, and prior to the conclusion of the trial, we settled the case for $6,000, and that was payable over a period of time. And the fees were to be divided between Mr. Osborne's partner and Mr. Osborne. Mr. Osborne's partner paid his share of the attorney's fees, and the amount that is owed by Mr. Osborne to me right now, as of that time, which was July 12, 1996, was $3,527, and I'm asking for interest upon that amount from that date.
All right. What's your defense to this, sir?
I personally paid Mr. Tamarez $2,500. My partner, I don't know how much my partner actually paid, but according to Mr. Tamarez, evidently he paid about $5,000. So if I have a shortfall of $3,500, then that would be about $6,000. So if my partner had paid out of his separate cash $5,000 or $6,000, Mr. Tamarez is charging us about $11,000 to settle a case that settled for about $4,000 more than I originally offered. The house itself is out in Topanga Canyon, which would either be, the court should be in Calabasas, that's where the contracts were signed, or or Santa Monica court. Well, Mr. Tamarez puts the case in Pasadena court, and I never knew why. It was.
I'll ask him why, but if...
I suspect it was to pad his bill.
Sir.
Travel time, which he billed out as study time.
Okay, I'll ask him why it went to Pasadena, but it did go to Pasadena.
It started and ended in Pasadena.
What difference does it make to the final outcome of the case whether it's tried in Pasadena or Timbuktu or Malibu or Santa Monica?
Well, this case is strictly about how much Mr. Tamarez is dutifully owed.
No. Are you claiming that he didn't perform the services properly?
I'm claiming that he overbilled us.
Overbilled.
In the securities industry, they call it churning.
Okay.
We were greatly
What's the
overbilled.
basis for your saying that you were overbilled?
Well, there was Mr. Tamarez kind of bled the case out, if you will, over a long period of time in the wrong courtroom, and it should have been out.
You keep saying the wrong courtroom, sir. What
the
difference
wrong
does it?
venue.
Why? What difference does it make?
Well, the difference would have made a lot of difference as far as travel time that Mr. Tamarez added to his bill. He had to go an hour each way to the court.
Why was it in Pasadena, sir?
Well, first of all, I didn't bill for travel time. Secondly, I didn't file it in Pasadena. It was filed by the plaintiff in Pasadena, and I don't recall why I didn't make a motion to change venue, but I didn't do that. With regard to Mr. Osborne's claim that he paid me $2,500, that's incorrect. He paid me $500, as you can see from the evidence which I've proffered to the court. And the total amount which I was paid by both parties was $3,237. And my bill, the total amount with fees and costs, was $7,479. And I had 44.50 hours at $150 an hour, plus I had $804 in costs. Now, I haven't been paid by Mr. Osborne. His statement that he paid me $2,500 is totally false.
What proof do you have of it?
Well, there are checks that we have.
What proof do you have you paid $2,500?
We have a number of checks here.
Well, let's give them to my bailiff and let me look at them.
Mr. Tamarez is saying he was only $500. There's, well,
Let me see. Let me see what they are.
Okay. They didn't tell me, though. I'd have to have these ready to hand
Sir,
to you.
you're in a court of law.
Okay.
You knew what your allegations were. You knew what you had to defend. You appeared
Here
in
they
small
are.
claims court once before and you lost the case. Am I correct?
No, that's incorrect.
Well, what you're appealing now from a judgment.
Oh, you're
Mr.
talking
Yeah,
about
Mr. Tamras, he sued you in small claims court. You lost, and now you're appealing.
That's correct.
Well, in the first case, didn't the judge ask you for any checks that you might have?
No. No, they did not.
Well, okay.
If I might interject, you'll note that the checks that have been handed to you, I could only see them from here.
One's $1,800.
But that's from Mr. Krasny. I said that Mr. Krasny, who was the partner of Mr. Osborne, paid his share, and I was paid $3,287, of which Mr. Osborne paid $500. The rest was paid by Mr. Krasny.
Well, that's what the checks say, apparently. They're signed by Mr. Krasny. Who was the judge you tried it before?
You know, I don't recall at this time, Your Honor.
I know, no, they never remember the name of the judge. It's terrible. Mr. What's his name?
But it's funny.
Mr. You know who.
Yeah, we remember the name of the witnesses, but not the judge.
Don't make excuses. Just.
And then Mr. Osborne was called under 776 as an adverse witness, and also Mr. Krasny was called under 776.
Do you remember testifying, sir?
No. No, there was never a hearing other than the judge told us.
Well, let's forget the hearing for a moment. Did you agree to settle for $6,000?
Yes, we did.
I really see nothing in this defense at all. I think Mr. Tamras has been more than reasonable in his charges. He has an agreement. He complied with the Business and Professions Code. It just seems like people try to make up reasons for not paying for services rendered. I don't know whether it's attorneys or doctors or veterinarians or whatever it is. When it comes to paying for services, it's one thing. People don't like to do it. When it comes to raising a particular animal, that's fine. But human animals are entitled to be paid, too, for what they do. And since Mr. Tamras complied with all that he had to do and did his work, he's entitled to a judgment for $3,527.
Mr. Tamraz was in fact paid between my partner and I well over $5,000. And with his added bill of another $6,000, he's billing us for around $12,000.
Mr. Osborne is totally distorting the amount that was incurred. The amount that was incurred was $6,000 approximately, $6,700, something like that. And they were being sued for $20,000.
We have about 1,000 of these birds up in Apple Valley, California, right, the home of Roy Rogers and his museum up there. This is a male bird, and he'll live about 100 years. And he will breed for about 40 to 50 years. He's the only two-toed bird in the world. He weighs about 350 pounds, and he can go up to about 9 feet tall. This big boy is stronger than any 10 men. He's just being a good guy because he wants to be.